Virgo, thank you so much for choosing me and trusting me with your reading, Virgo. And welcome to I Am the Monad Tarot. All right, let's get some cards for you here from the Karma Cards Oracle deck. Okay, or just the Karma Cards, not necessarily Oracle deck. I don't know. All right, let's see what we have here. Okay, for Virgo. Okay, get one more card for you, Virgo. Okay. All right. Virgo, here we have houses. We have the 6th house, the 2nd house, and the 9th house, Virgo. Service to others. What is good for us? Your work is good for us, Virgo, in your 6th house. Here, the 9th house, as if it or they came from all there is, the philosophies and laws involved, and do it in a big way. As well as in the 2nd house, patiently what you want and get what you need, Virgo. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get you some shuffles in here from the Alien Tarot, Virgo. Virgo. From the Alien Tarot deck. Okay. Okay. 2 butterfly shuffles I'm hearing. Okay. Give you a nice 3-way split. Okay. And 1 shuffle for Virgo. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's happening. Let's get into it, Virgo. Okay. I'm hearing, like, first thing I heard was you're using your mind. Okay, your greatest resource. Okay, is what I'm hearing, Virgo. Okay, continue on that path and that trajectory. I'm hearing. Okay, don't stop. Okay, don't worry about what others think or what others. I think this is gonna be quick, Virgo. Don't worry about what others say or what others think. Like, don't let it get into your head. Okay, like I said, your greatest resource here is your mind. Okay, and I feel like you use it well. You don't really, whoever this is resonating with, whatever Virgo this is resonating with, I feel like you don't really, you don't do that. Okay, I feel like you're very sharp. When look at all of this. All of these are swords here. Okay. Oh, this is Pentacles. Okay, I thought this was Pentacles. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you don't too much allow other people's ideas or thoughts. Okay, affect what you do. Okay, in terms of how you live your life, maybe in terms of your work. I mean your work schedule, even. Okay, I feel like I'm here like you stay on path, you stay the course. Whatever you have decided to do for your life, for yourself, you stay the course. You don't really allow people to steal your time, your energy. Okay, your mentality, but your mentality of focusing in. Okay, on the work you do, your work, yourself, your you. Okay, you're very focused here. Okay, but who is this Emperor in reverse? Okay. Now I heard maybe a father figure, but I heard or a mother figure, okay? But it is an emperor, okay? So I feel like there's an emperor in reverse in your energy. I'm hearing maybe telling tall tales. This might be a father, okay? They might be lying, okay, to you or about you, saying things to people about you that just are simply not true. I feel like that's what I'm hearing. They're not true. Recollect, I'm hearing their recall, okay, and recollections of things is not how it was. So father figure, okay, maybe how they raised you or whatever, or maybe this person may have dementia or maybe the early stages of like dementia or Alzheimer's or something. So they may not be lying about you on purpose. Okay, I heard, like I said, I heard the recollection of things, the recall of things. Okay, is not exactly how things were, but they believe it to be that way. Okay, they believe you. I think this person has like dementia, early stages of Alzheimer's, something like that. They might be in a home, okay, and they may be telling people like, oh, my daughter, my son, whatever you are, this is what they did to me, back in 75. He looked at me funny when I offered him, steak that I cooked for him. He threw it across the room. And some shit like that. And it's like, no, Daddy, that's not what happened. This is what happened. Okay. Oh, no, I remember now. That ain't how it went. That ain't how it was. You took that steak. You took that steak. You picked it up. And you threw it at me. Okay, I'm not laughing at. I'm just laughing at my little jokey joke, the way I'm saying it. But I think that's what's happening. I don't think this person is just lying on you, like to be malicious or anything like that. Something is wrong with their mind. I feel like they're losing their mind. Not like going crazy, but like I said, early stages here. All right. It may even be to the point where they don't even. You know how people who have I don't know I have to look up the difference between Alzheimer's and dementia. That's what I'm saying. Early stages one or the other, but sometimes they don't even remember. It can get so bad that they don't even remember their children, okay, their wife, their own name, anything. Like what was they saying about Bruce Willis, that he doesn't even remember being a movie star. Okay, a huge movie star, that he's got his mind has gotten to that point. I feel like they may not even remember that they are a father, let alone your father. Okay, I feel like they want to remember, okay, but they can't recall. Okay, you might be Virgo. See, the way that this may be so hurtful to you, but I want to say, because you know what, I have background in doing chaplaincy work, okay, and my first time doing that, I was doing my chaplaincy residency, and I worked in a hospital. I worked with mothers and babies, but there were two older ladies in my group who worked with in a nursing home, and they worked with patients who had dementia, and they were just saying, uh, just some of the things that the patients would say and whatnot, but they was also saying how difficult and how hard it was for the person who had it, because you could tell something in them wanted to recall, but they just couldn't, and how difficult and challenging it is and hurtful to children, their children, when they would come to, adults with their children would come to see them, that they couldn't remember them, couldn't remember who they were and everything, and they could say some really hurtful things. Okay, of course it's not, there's something, they have this disease here. Okay, so I feel like, Virgo, you might be a very powerful person. I'm even hearing well known. Okay. Okay. Maybe amongst your community, your friends, family. But this person just doesn't see you that way. This Emperor in reverse doesn't see, they don't recall. Okay. They can't remember who you were. Okay. Or how you were. If they remember anything, I feel like what they remember possibly is who you were as a child. I mean, they don't even remember that. Okay, like their mind is gone, like twisted, like who they were. Okay, so I feel like if you don't, it's kind of hard for me to say this to you, but because I'm not in your shoes, but I feel like don't take it personally. If everybody else sees you as this Queen of Wands, knows who you are, knows where you're going, okay, confirmation here, powerful, upstanding, okay. I heard minimalist. Are you a minimalist? Okay. Okay, or maybe minimalist in this that this person doesn't see you that way. Okay. Doesn't mean that you aren't that way. They might even, like I said, sometimes people, these patients, from what I understand, can say some pretty hurtful things, okay? But also with understanding that, they're suffering here from this disease. They might even look at you as foolish or childish, immature, okay? And under hearing too risky, they're just too risky, okay? They always taking a risk, okay? Always running out there, or maybe these are things that they might have said to you, okay, even before they had this dementia. Maybe these are things that they said to you in your lifetime, okay, growing up here with them. All right, but again, their mind, they're split like in two. It's like they don't really even know who they are or where they're going, like from day to day. I feel like for you, Virgo, your strength would be in dealing with this, because this may be calling up some hurtful childhood memories. Okay. This person, I feel like this father here helped you. Um, like I said, I feel like you may be a well-known person, a powerful person. Like I said, your community, your work, your job, okay, your career. I feel like they may have helped you establish that. Okay, they gave you the tools that you needed. Okay, to become what you are. It's like, even though they may not even remember being a father, being your father, okay, or maybe they've said some things, lying about you, saying you did A, B, C, and D when you did, and it's like, that's not how it went, but okay, this person has this disease here, okay, um, where they can't remember, and it's almost like maybe you might feel that the lies that they're saying is how you may think, is that how they really saw me all these years? They helped me. This person helped you establish your life, your father, your career and all of that. But is that how you may be thinking? Is this how they really saw me? All for all these years. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they really didn't see me as a powerful person. Maybe they didn't see me as a strong person, abundant person, etc., etc., etc. Okay, you might be feeling that way because of the things that they're saying. Okay, like what they're saying, it was really what they was feeling and not what's coming out. You know how they say, like, people, when they're drunk, then the truth comes out. Okay, I'm not equating what they have to being drunk. I'm just using that as an analogy here. um they might have wanted you might have went your own way, like non-traditional, or just maybe not the exact path that they took. I don't know, like, say maybe you're an attorney or something like that. Okay. Maybe your father was an attorney, but maybe you didn't do it the exact way they did it. Okay. Maybe they were a well-known attorney. Like I said, I feel like you're well known, but maybe you didn't follow the same exact path and the same trajectory that your father took. You're doing it, you decided to do it differently. Okay. Which may have caused some, hmm, they might have thought, if they do that, they're not going to be successful. If they don't do it the way I want them to do it, they're not going to be successful. Okay. But I feel like you are successful. You just didn't do it the way they did it or the way they wanted you to do it. But they did help you get your start, I feel like. Okay. They might have encouraged you, like, I'm just using that as an example. Being an attorney, go to law school. You got a great mind. Like I said earlier, you got a great mind. You know how to focus. Okay. You don't let other people's uh, confirmation, other people's ideas, so on and so forth, okay, penetrate, you, so you become like them, etc., etc. Okay. Right. I feel like they might have thought that you were not going to be successful here. once again, and that you, I feel like you took some kind of, here it is, the fool. You took some kind of risk, okay, by veering off and going, taking your own path, okay, doing something different and possibly different than they wanted you to do it, okay. But I'm here like I made a change, okay. I wanted to live life different for me, okay. And I built myself up. I'm here structured like you're a structured person, okay. Once again, here, okay. You didn't care about, okay, maybe I feel like for you, the risk that you took was, even if you didn't get everything that you wanted, okay, out of going your own way, here, it was okay. It was a risk that you were willing to take because you were determined that I want to, thank you for getting me started. Thank you for encouraging me to do this, but I got to make my own way. Okay. And I see things differently and I'm going to go my own way. And I feel like that's exactly what you did. Okay. And you're willing to, again, risk. Okay. If it doesn't go the way, I want it to go, or I don't get everything out of it, I want to, I'm willing to turn around, okay, all right, and make a change, and then, do what daddy said. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. um you didn't want to find yourself living in any kind of regret here, all right. And I feel like, you knew what you wanted to do and how you wanted to do it, and you went and did it, okay. And this may have, you may have, see, these are things that he may be speaking about now, that might have been hurtful, okay, to him. But I feel like that these may be things that he's saying now, okay, within the state of dementia that you're hearing, that can make you, feel hurt here, okay. I just heard, but I did as promised. Okay. Maybe you promised him something and you did fulfill your promise. I want to see something. Mhm. Sharp intellect, independent, unbiased judgment. Okay, you sharp. Okay, intellectually. Okay, and definitely we're speaking about independence. Okay, you being independent of your father here. You might you might feel like your father is about to transition. Okay, or that he's going to, transition soon. I feel like with that in mind, love on him as much as possible. Like, that's why that came up at the beginning of the reading. Like, look beyond the things that he's saying in this state that he's in. Okay, the state of dementia that he's in. Don't allow it to penetrate. Okay, and even if it does hurt, at the same time, you go with the knowledge that my father, has dementia. Okay. I mean, early signs, early stages. But I also heard that he's at a point where he doesn't even recognize. I don't know what point that he's at. Okay, I don't really know anything about dementia like that. enough to say, oh, it's early signs, and no, he's had it for however long. Okay, you do. Okay, if this resonates with you. Okay. Don't focus on the things that he's saying is not true. Okay. And allow yourself to think, well, this is, I know he's got dementia, but is that how he really feels? It's like, don't focus on that. Okay. I'm hearing he feels something. Okay. But I feel like what he feels is, his love for you. Even if he's at a point or gets to a point where he doesn't even recognize you, as his child, okay, or that he even has one. Okay. Still know that if he didn't love you, he wouldn't have, like I said, he helped you get on a solid career path. And maybe even not just that, just gave you a solid foundation for life. Because I don't think you broke. Okay. You're not financially destitute. Okay. I feel like you're doing very well financially. Okay. And I think that's one thing that was important to him, that you will be able to take care of yourself. Okay. He wanted to ensure, I feel like, I'm just going to say that I heard that you'll rise to the occasion. Okay. And be the woman, okay, that he felt that you were destined to be. Okay. I feel like he saw you as a strong, independent person. Okay. And he wanted you to rise to that occasion and be that. So it's like love on him. Know that the love is there. That when he was in the right state of mind, that there was love for you. Okay. Strong and abundant love, I'm hearing, for you. Okay. Hold on to that. Okay. All right. I'm going to pick up from the Inner Garden Oracle. Okay, for Virgo. Came out quick. Okay. Warmth. Okay. A new voyage will fill your life with untold memories. I'll take these other two that turned over, because why not? Self-worth here. Show everyone what you can do. I feel like that's what he gave you, a strong foundation, strong sense of self-worth. What he saw in you, that's what he cultivated. And here we have abundance. Okay, today is an ideal time to water your personal garden, Virgo. I certainly hope that resonated with some Virgo. I ask that you all like, share, and subscribe. To those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have not, but you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, thumbs up, comment, come over, see what's happening here at I Am the Monad Tarot. You all have favor. Peace.